Wonderful. Thank you for that perspective. Okay, well, last but not least is our CEO, Daniel. Daniel, maybe just talk a little bit about sort of NAYA's strategy to develop, 703, our GPC3 linked Astatine-211 fab. Maybe just talk about you've done. I commend you for putting these pieces of the puzzle together. Great work on your part. But talk about how we drive forward from here.
Thank you, Mike. So just to give a little bit of background, the team at NAYA Therapeutics has years of experience in oncology and specifically in biologics and antibodies, including multi-specific antibodies. Also, to give credit to our scientific co-founder, Dr. Kadouche, actually worked in radiopharmaceuticals with Jean-François Gestin 20 years ago, in the first generation of the radiopharm when people were using, yttrium-90. And, he brought to our attention the renewal of radiopharmaceuticals, and particularly the role that, Astatine-211 could play in cancer treatment. So although we've expanded NAYA into radiopharmaceuticals only in the last, several months, we've been in the oncology space for a long time. And as you can hear, today, I think we have a very good idea how it can apply, clinically. The Astatine-211 has been around for over 20 years. And obviously, the pioneers were at Duke, at the Hutch in Seattle, and in Gothenburg. I mean, actually, there are clinical trials in Gothenburg in ovarian cancer patients that have shown significant survival of a small number of patients, but significant survival 10 years, following the treatment. But the major obstacle was to move from academia to a commercial setting. And I think that's where the people on this call today and Milton's team in Gothenburg with the C100 machine are changing the paradigm, because we're going from academic research to clinical research and eventually to commercial use of those products. So how did we decide to initially focus on GPC3 Astatine-211? We do have significant experience in hepatocellular carcinoma and with GPC3 as a target. Our lead product outside of radiopharmaceutical is a bifunctional antibody that targets GPC3 and redirects NK cells to kill tumor cells. It is positioned in the non-responders to immunotherapy, which, by the way, people don't realize that there's over 1 million new patients with HCC, worldwide, a large portion of them in Asia, of course. About half of them go through surgery, half of them get chemotherapy and increasingly, immunotherapy. But immunotherapy, the response rate just with a drug like Keytruda or Opdivo are in the 12 to 15%. And the response rates with the combination of Tecentriq and Avastin is 25 to 30%, so that leaves 70%. And as Ellie mentioned, the patients that go through surgery are at risk of developing, micrometastasis. So treating them either before or after the surgery could be also very, attractive for clinicians. So what we're combining is, putting together the infrastructure to ensure that the supply chain is executed by a biotech company such as NAYA Therapeutics, and our knowledge of cancer, starting with hepatocellular carcinoma.